There's an old saying in ancient Korea: if a sword has taken the lives of many people and its owner has strong desires for revenge, that person turns into a goblin. Only the goblin's bride can pull the sword from him and free him from the curse. An old woman told this Korean story to a young girl who was her customer. But the girl didn't believe it and just laughed. The old woman continued, "In the moment between life and death, make a wish. If a kind goblin hears you, he might save your life." At the same time, a man is walking and helps a boy who is being abused by his stepdad. He uses his powers to protect the boy. This man is a goblin, but he was once a human named Kim Shin, a great warrior in ancient Korea. He fought in many wars and killed thousands of enemies. He won every battle his king ordered him to fight. Because of this, the people in the kingdom called him God of the nation and loved him so much. But when he returned to the kingdom after his victory this time, something strange happened. As he reached the gates of the king's castle, the king's guard suddenly stopped him. There's an announcement from the king. Kim Shin has been declared as a traitor to the nation. The guards tell Kim Shin not to take another step forward, but he bravely marches ahead. As soon as he moves, the king's soldiers attack Kim Shin's warriors. Only Kim Shin enters the castle, wondering why the king betrayed him. The king did this because his wise man, Park Jung-haeon, spoke badly about Kim Shin, and the king believed him. When Kim Shin entered, he saw a beautiful young woman, the king's wife, known as Mama. The king warned Kim Shin that if he continued to move forward, Mama and the people who loved Kim Shin would die. But Mama told Kim Shin to keep going, so he did. As soon as Kim Shin took another step, the king's soldier shot Mama with an arrow, killing her and the others who loved him. Still, Kim Shin moved forward until he saw the faces of innocent citizens. So he stopped, allowing the guards to attack him. He knelt before the king, knowing he was going to die. Kim Shin then ordered his most trusted soldier to kill him by stabbing his chest with his own sword. After Kim Shin died, his loyal soldier was also killed by the king. The king ordered that no one should touch Kim Shin's dead body. Alone in the field, Kim Shin wondered why the gods had let this happen to him. At present, a man in a black suit and hat walks through the road. He approaches a girl who has died but doesn't know she's dead. This man is a grim reaper, takes her to the place where souls pass through. He gives her tea that will erase her memories from this life. No one can see the grim reaper when he wears his black hat, except the goblin. Now, the goblin jokes about how outdated the grim reaper's hat looks. When the goblin arrives home, an old man and a young boy greet him. The boy is curious about who he is, and the goblin replies, "I'll be your uncle, brother, friend, son, and grandson." In the past, years after Kim Shin's death, an old man and his grandson cry near his body. While they cry, the gods turn Kim Shin into a goblin because of his strong desire for revenge and the crimes he committed in war. This is both a curse and a reward. Kim Shin gets immortality, but he will have to watch the people he loves die one by one, forever haunted by sad memories. The only way to break the curse is for the goblin's bride to remove the sword from his chest. Kim Shin accepts that he must wait for his bride, spending his immortal life searching for her. The old man sees that Kim Shin has become a goblin and promises that his family will serve Kim Shin for generations. Kim Shin agrees. Kim Shin's first act of revenge as a goblin is to kill the king and Park Jung-haeon, who betrayed him. He uses his powers to kill Park, but when he finds the king, he realizes that the king is already dead. Kim Shin decides to leave the kingdom with the old man's grandson. In the present day, the goblin is chilling with a beer. Meanwhile, a woman is hit by a car and lies bleeding. This is the same girl who heard the story from the old woman earlier. She makes a wish to live to the goblin, just like the old woman said. Even though the goblin doesn't control life and death, he fulfills her wish. Soon after, the Grim Reaper comes to collect the souls of the dead. However, when he arrives, the woman is gone because she was saved by the goblin. The Grim Reaper has 2 soul cards to collect. That means that woman is pregnant. 7 months later, the woman gives birth to a baby girl named Ji Yun Tak. From a young age, Yun Tak can see ghosts and dead animals. For example, now she pets a puppy that her mother cannot see because it's dead. Her mother is sad about Yun Tak's curse of seeing the dead. On Ji Yun Tak's birthday, her mother prepares a celebration. Yun Tak offers to light the candles, but then realizes her mother is already dead. Heartbroken, she cries as her mother tells her to ask for help from the old woman who sells vegetables. Yun Tak and her mother say their final goodbyes. That old woman who sells vegetables is strange. She also can see ghosts, and now she talks with Yun Tak's dead mother, and her mother asks her to protect Yun Tak. On the way of her to see the old woman, she sees the Grim Reaper. Although he's wearing his hat, she can see him. Yun Tak and her mother are considered anonymous souls by the Grim Reaper's organization because her mother was supposed to die 9 years ago. But the goblin saved her. The Grim Reaper reports both Yun Tak and her mother as anonymous souls. The Grim Reaper tries to take her soul, but the old woman protects her from Grim Reaper and gives Ji Yun Tak cabbage as a birthday present. After 10 years, Yun Tak is now a high school student, but she's always alone. No one wants to be friends with her. The ghosts, knowing that she can see them, constantly bother her. One day, a woman ghost was pestering her, and at that moment that ghost saw someone and very scared and ran. Yes, it was the goblin. I know you're watching this recap to save time, but trust me, if you can spare a moment, go watch this part in episode 1 of Goblin. This moment is one of the most iconic scenes in Kdrama, and the OST is amazing. The boy who was a child 10 years ago, Dak Hwa, is now an adult. He is the grandson of the old man who served Kim Shin. Yun Tak lives with her aunt's family since her mother passed away. Her life is like Cinderella. Her aunt, along with her cousin brother and sister, mistreat her. The reason her aunt is so harsh is because Yun Tak's mom had saved a lot of money in a bank account for her daughter before she died, and the aunt wants it. She constantly asks where the bank book is, but she never tells her. One rainy day on her way to school, she doesn't even have an umbrella. It's also her birthday today. She's sitting alone on the beach, feeling lonely and sad, and she lights a candle, the BD cake, makes a wish, and blows it out. Suddenly, the goblin appears right next to her. She's shocked, and so is the goblin. She doesn't know he's the goblin, and he doesn't know why he's there. She notices the buckwheat flowers he's holding and asks him for them. After he gives them to her, she asks what they mean. The goblin replies, "Lover." The goblin knows she wished for 3 things for her birthday: a job, something to deal with her aunt, and a boyfriend. He talks to her about the job and her aunt, but says nothing about the boyfriend. Then he disappears. When the goblin gets home, he sees the Grim Reaper sitting in his house. Dak Hwa needed money, and the Grim Reaper paid him to live in the house for 10 years. The Grim Reaper even shows the contract to the goblin, but the goblin burns it. But it was just a copy. They bicker like kids at the dining table, showing off their powers. On Yun Tak's birthday, the goblin said she will get a part-time job at a fried chicken, so she hopes to get a part-time job at a fried chicken shop. She looks everywhere, but still can't find one. Exhausted, she sits down on a bench. Nearby, a newspaper catches fire in a trash can, and when she blows it out, the goblin appears again. She immediately starts complaining about how she hasn't been able to get the job she wished for. They still don't understand how she can call him or why he keeps showing up. A few days later, she realizes that every time she blows out a flame or fire, the goblin appears. It doesn't matter if it's a candle or even a phone app. She then shows him a birthmark on her shoulder and tells him that she knows it's the mark of the Goblin's bride. The Goblin is shocked because the girl he saved while she was still in her mother's womb has the Goblin bride's mark. And then, using his powers, the Goblin opens a door that instantly takes him from Korea to Canada. She follows him through the door, and now she's in Canada too. The Goblin is shocked about how she can follow him and hear, but Yuntak is overjoyed. This is her first time in another country, and she's having the time of her life running through the streets of Canada. At this point, she's certain he's the Goblin because she saw the power of Goblin. And suddenly, she then tells him she had decided to marry the Goblin.